The headlines. President Biden arrives in Belfast to mark the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement with a visit to Northern Ireland and the Republic. Survivors say at least 53 people have been killed in one of the deadliest airstrikes by Myanmar's military in the ongoing civil war. The attack targeted a village in the northwestern Sagaing region. The IMF cuts forecasts for global growth, warning the UK and Germany will be among the worst-performing major economies. Thousands of junior doctors across England spend the day on picket lines after beginning a 4-day strike for higher pay. And a pair of trainers worn by the US basketball superstar Michael Jordan sells at auction for a record $2.2 million. Well, a pair of sneakers, or trainers, however you like to call them, worn by the basketball legend Michael Jordan, has sold for more than $2 million, would you believe, setting a record price for game-worn sports shoes. Now, the basketball champion last wore the trainers in 1998. Today, starting with the fact that the US Defense Secretary says he's determined to find the source of a leak of classified US documents, many of them linked to the war in Ukraine. In Britain, the Ministry of Defense says there's inaccuracy in documents circulating online, which include assertions that British and other special forces have been operating in Ukraine.
And our common values. Hello.
I think we lost something. Where is French democracy? Where did we lose it?
The French president has been heckled as he gave a speech in the Netherlands during a 2-day state visit. Emmanuel Macron was outlining his vision for the future of Europe at the Amare Cultural and Concert venue in The Hague when protesters began shouting at him. Opposition to the president's controversial pension reforms appeared to be behind the protest. Well, to Myanmar now, because reports from there say at least 50 civilians, including children, have been killed by an airstrike on a village. Eyewitnesses say that a military aircraft launched the attack as people gathered for the opening ceremony of a new public authority office. The country has seen intense fighting between the military and ethnic armed groups in the 2 years following a military coup. People in Taiwan who are frustrated at China's latest military drills near the island have found a rather novel way of expressing their anger. Take a look at this. Many are choosing to wear badges that depict a Taiwanese black bear punching the animated character Winnie the Pooh, who often appears in memes to represent China's leader Xi Jinping. Now, Taiwan is, of course, a self-ruled island with its own government and constitution, but China sees it as a breakaway province. The badge started as a fad among Air Force pilots, but has since gone viral.
The Ukrainian Defence Ministry and its UK counterpart have tweeted a video of British troops forming a guard of honour for Ukrainian soldiers trained in Britain as they return to the front line. Under Operation Interflex, new Ukrainian recruits are given British Army training before heading back to defend their homeland. The UK Ministry of Defence tweeted that the soldiers were returning home to defend their freedom, loved ones and independence. Tupperware, the American maker of food storage containers, has warned that it could go bust unless it can quickly raise new financing. The 77-year-old firm has been attempting to reposition itself to a younger audience, but its shares dropped by nearly 50% on Monday. The firm became well known in the 1950s and 60s when people held Tupperware parties in their homes to sell plastic containers for food storage.
Here's a comeback we'll all be pleased to see. The Avengers star Jeremy Renner has made his first red carpet appearance since his near-fatal snowplough accident 4 months ago. The Marvel actor, who suffered over 30 broken bones in that accident, attended the premiere of his new Disney Plus series Renovations on Tuesday night in Los Angeles, while using a cane, though, still, to support himself as he walked. Good to see him back, though, isn't it?
That's an incredible recovery, because I don't think at the time it happened we knew quite how serious that really was.
That's right. He made some statements, didn't he, a couple of weeks later, saying that he'd been out cold for several days.
Yeah, that's great to see.